Musician and HIV educator Kevin Murphy wants the HIV non-disclosure law changed. As an HIV-positive person, he knows the disease is changing and the law needs to be updated.
The real definition of significant risk of bodily harm needs to be really broken down comprehensively. I mean, what is significant bodily harm when HIV is now a chronic manageable disease?
Brian Lester works with Kevin at the AIDS Committee of London. He thinks this law wrongly prosecutes HIV-positive people and it's causing unrest.
I'm here today to stand in solidarity with my HIV-positive sisters and brothers who have faced criminal charges related to HIV non-disclosure.
Brian wants this law changed so it's only used in extreme cases.
If criminal law is going to be used, it needs to be used in situations where there was malicious intent to transmit and then transmission does in fact occur. When an HIV-positive person uses a condom and is very conscious and responsible, we don't believe there's a need to disclose because the risk is just not present. I think there's a right to privacy here. Disclosure is a challenging issue for people.
This law has been applied in many different ways. People who have purposely infected their partners have been charged, and so have people who have used condoms and not infected anyone. This lack of consistency has left people like Kevin in a vulnerable position.
Some of the things that scare me about what current law indicates is that I've not written down anything that says I disclosed my HIV status to my partner. If my partner decided to leave me and decided to say that I didn't disclose one time before we decided to be partners, I could be charged, and I am not a criminal.
Since this law was passed, nearly 130 HIV-positive people have been charged with serious criminal offenses. Now this makes Canada a world leader in prosecuting HIV non-disclosure. HIV advocates say this is a major stain on Canada's human rights record, but not everyone agrees with them. Here in Toronto's downtown core, opinions remain divided over the law.
I don't believe the criminal justice system has any basis or any place in determining whether people should reveal their HIV status or not. I think it's a public health issue.
If somebody does not disclose and the other person does become HIV positive, you essentially have given them a potential death sentence. So, how severe the penalty should be, I don't know. But I do think it's a crime if you don't.
Meanwhile, Kevin remains hopeful about the future.
Best case scenario, HIV would not be in the criminal justice system at all, and it would revolve around public health law, information, education, prevention initiatives before any inkling of criminalization would really need to be considered.
The two cases currently challenging this law are still being heard at the Supreme Court of Canada. There's no word yet on when we might expect a decision. Marlene, Western News.